Hello everyone, this is Najmeddin from the Immortality show. This is episode 7. And today we're going to talk about money and prostitution. Well, sensitive topic, but I gotta talk about it. And I would like to hear what you guys think about this, whatever I'm going to say. As usual, I'm going to improvise. I don't sit down and write what I'm going to talk about, so that it comes from the heart and we speak on the same level. Now, with rich people, if you're rich and you bought yourself a nice fancy car, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you got that expensive house and that dream car, there's nothing wrong with that. You've earned it. And even if you didn't earn it, if you were born with a golden spoon in your mouth, you're fortunate, so good for you, But then I have a little problem with people who feel confident because they have all these material stuff. Now, that's not supposed to make you confident. What's worse, what makes these people confident is, unfortunately, the prostitution. And we're not talking about any country here, we're talking prostitution worldwide. Now, when this rich guy goes into a club, finds all these women, you know something? All he needs to do is buy that expensive bottle, put it on his table, and the girls will come running to him. But seriously, does that make you feel confident? That you've just attracted human beings, women, to you because you have money? I mean, I would buy an expensive car because it rides beautifully, not because I want to, invite the woman to come and sit in my car like, look, I got this, look, I got that, right? That's not a way to approach a woman. But that's the problem, you see. A lot of women, prostitutes, have given people the feel that if they have money, they can have anything they want. And that's the question I want to ask prostitutes. And just to let you know, I'm not against prostitutes. Sure, I'm against people who fund it. I'm against people who embrace it. I'm against guys who pay prostitutes for money, for sex. I'm against prostitutes who have a choice. But there are some really sad stories where prostitutes were really young and they didn't have that choice and they were forced into prostitution. Now that's sad and it breaks my heart. But you know something? Most of the prostitutes that we see around the world, they're like freelancers. They just do it because they think it's the easiest thing to do. Now let me ask you a question. If this is the easiest thing to do, what is difficult? Nothing. You could easily kill someone. You can easily steal anything from anyone. Because that gem, that virginity of yours, that sex you're giving for money and calling it easy. Ladies, what are you doing? And guys, you're paying women for sex. What are you doing? Women, you know something? If women stopped prostituting, if they all stood there and said, no, we're not going to do it, they can't be forced forever. Sure, if 1 out of 100 girls said, I don't want to prostitute anymore, I don't want to do this, she'll probably be forced to do it. Or the pimp's just going to think, okay, let her go, we don't need her. But if you all do it together, you can stop. You can put these bastards behind bars. And let me ask you a question, ladies. If you stop prostituting, can you imagine the world will change? We will have a new world. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because say I'm a rich guy, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm stinky, I'm hairy, but I got the money to get the prettiest girls in the world. But if those pretty girls don't give me sex for money, what am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start changing myself. Maybe I'll fix my beard up or brush my hair or take a shower, go to the gym and work out and try and be better than that other person and that other guy and that other guy. And the whole world's going to change. Everybody's going to be fit. Everybody's going to be smelling good. Everybody's going to look good. But that's the problem, you see. Woman, I ask of you, yeah, you think it's easier? No, I think it's way easier to go and work that 9 to 5 hard job, because at least with a 9 to 5 job, with hard work, you have a nice, prosperous ending. And I'll tell you something, whatever comes easy in life, I've said this before, nothing comes easy. And whatever comes easy, it dies quickly and it dies easy. And I'll tell you something, you will not have a prosperous ending. You will just fall because you'll get old and no one's going to look at you. And you'll die alone. So you got something you can change in yourself. And when you do, the world will change. And guys, seriously, stop paying prostitutes for sex. First of all, it's disgusting that you can buy a woman like that. And second of all, maybe if you take that focus into improving in yourself, maybe, I don't know, do what I do. I sit on YouTube all day, watching well, not all day. I work out a lot. I have a job. But I sit on YouTube on my free time and I start watching documentaries and stuff, trying to educate myself. I don't know, find something you like to do. But guys, you need to stop encouraging prostitutes. And prostitutes, you need to stop encouraging guys to sit on their fat asses and think they own the world just because they got money and they can buy your sex. This is my advice. Maybe I'm a bit emotional about this because, you know what, I'll tell you something. We hear all these crazy stories. We see those crazy stories all over the world, and it just breaks my heart. I really wish that at least one of you, after watching this video, can just stand there and say, I don't want to do this anymore. I gotta clear my mind. I've got to think of my future, because how much longer can you do this for? You do it at a certain age, okay, fine, because maybe you were tied up to do it, you were forced to do it, but then you have a choice. You always have a choice, always have a choice. Some women think, no, it's smart to do it like that. It's not smart to do it like that. What are you doing with your life? Accomplish? You want to accomplish, get out there, work your ass off like everybody else, and if you're really good at what you do, then you have accomplished something. But at least let it be legit, let it be straight, let it be... I'm saying it again, I have nothing against prostitutes. What I'm saying is not against you. What I'm saying is for you, ladies. Trust me, how much better is it if a guy comes up to you and flashes you some cash and you have a sex and then, by the morning you're out of there? How much better is it if a guy comes up to you in the club, because you don't sell your sex, suddenly he's Romeo and he is a poet and he starts giving you all these nice lines, smooth pickup lines. He smells good, he looks good, he's fit, he's this and that. I mean, you can't even compare the two of them at all. It's period. This is what I wanted to talk about on the Immortality Show, episode 7. I hope I've sent my message across. Some of you might not like this episode, but you know what? If you don't like this episode, you're probably someone who encourages prostitution. You're probably someone who encourages material stuff, material things, and you know what? Then you're stupid. But for those of you who agree with what I'm saying here, and those of you who don't, write me an email. Tell me what you think. Share with me whatever stories you've been through. I've heard of prostitutes who suddenly stopped, they put on the hijab, they got married, and then they have kids, and they live happily ever after. Just because they made the right choice. You don't have to get married and have kids and do all that. If you want to die alone, that's your problem, right? But at least die with some dignity. Die with that one last thing, that humanity, that self-esteem, that confidence and that respect, knowing that you have a gem, you're not just going to give it away for money. Remember, I love you all. Please email me whatever it is that comes to your mind. Share this video, like it, comment, blah, 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 share, do everything. And I'll be sure to reply to you ASAP. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys at Immortality episode 8.